I just unintentionally made like one of the saddest videos on my personal Instagram, which is Roderick Lopez, by the way. Social media is the lottery. It's like playing the lottery every single day. You could have two separate people. Let's just say right when you turned 18, you played the lottery every single day until you retired. Every single day you went and played the lottery, hoping that, you know what, I'm going to make enough money. I'm going to hit it big and it's going to be great. And, person number two at 18 years old decided, you know what, I'm going to go get any job that I can find that's going to teach me the skills necessary to build and develop wealth. Now, who has the chance of being successful? Technically both, but who has a more guaranteed path towards success? The lottery, like you're playing, you hope it hits. It might not hit. This is what people do on social media constantly. They go, you know what? I'm just going to throw something at the wall. I'm just going to throw something at the wall. Every single day, there's no intention. They're not posting for any specific reason except they want to get big. And they assume that getting big is going to bring them money, which is not actually the case. I know plenty of people who have hundreds of thousands of followers who can barely make any money. They can't get any sponsorships. They can't get any partnerships. They can't sell any products. Every time they post something in their story, nobody goes to it. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and I said, look, right now you are just hoping to win the lottery. And the problem is everybody has the idea that they can win the lottery because when you swipe through Instagram, it's just a bunch of lottery winners, one after the other. So it feels way more tangible, like you can actually do it. The problem is, more than likely, you can't. I don't know how many users on social media, like every social media platform. Let's just pretend 1 billion. And when you're swiping through, you see the 100,000 that have hit the lottery and they've hit big and they're making money and they have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers. Everybody swipes through Instagram too and sees a video. It's like a funny video or something that you find valuable, and you're like, oh, that's sick. And you'll click on their profile, and that's the only video on their entire profile like that video. And you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to follow this person. So hitting it big doesn't always equate to followers either. Now, when you develop the skills, understand the principles, have a specific goal, you typically can accomplish your goals using social media, but you have to be intentional. Let me speak on this a little bit more from a personal standpoint. When I was posting, I posted over 5,000 times before anything really started hitting and before I really made much money. Now, you're probably thinking like, how the heck did you make 5,000 posts? It was like, that's way more than one a day. Well, it wasn't just 5,000 posts on one account. On my first account, I was posting pretty much daily, maybe multiple times a day. And it was just what I was doing in the gym and, pictures of my family, just like everybody else, right? You start social media and you're like, I'm just going to post whatever about me, my family, and what are you doing? And, you graduated college. Wow. So those were the original posts. And then I started posting like challenge videos and things that I thought were funny. And then kind of like the random like, oh, a picture of this is cool. It's a car. Here's a picture of it. And then I went from that to posting memes, things that I thought were funny. And it was typically pictures with words on the top. Now, all of these brought me nothing monetary. They also didn't build a following that really trusted me with any information. They didn't care about the information that I had. They didn't care about my coaching tips. Some of the stuff that I did that was cool, people were like, that's cool. But there's somebody else on, social media doing something 10 times cooler, like round off, back handspring, back tuck, full, blah, 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 right? And yeah, I snatched 225, but there's people smaller than me snatching 300 pounds. So what separates me? And that's the thing. You're playing the lottery. Nothing separates you from anybody, but you are the person who is working, right? And you're learning marketing, and you're learning a trade, and you're learning how to work with others, and you're learning how to whatever it might be. You're just gaining these skills from the different jobs that you do. In my experience, if I were to employ one of those people eventually, which one would I want to employ? The one that has been playing the lottery every single day, just hoping things go well, or the person who is learning skills, developing, etc.? Obviously, the person who's been learning, developing. Now, another problem with the person who wins the lottery is, let's say they do win the lottery. Let's say you do overnight gain 100,000 followers. Screw it, 1,000,000 followers. Now what do you do? What do you do with those followers? How do you get them to do the action that you're hoping? What kind of product are you going to offer? What kind of service? How much are you going to charge companies that reach out to you? Most people don't have the answers to these. How are you going to deal with all the negativity that comes with it? How are you going to manage the messages? How are you going to manage your content? How are you going to stay consistent? Now, if you start with a small profile and every day you post intentionally, you try to improve elements of your video, you try to make things better. You try to get the attention of only the people that you want attention from. And before you know it, you learn, you get your first, mean DM, or you get, people commenting on stuff because it did a little bit better, or you get your first company that reaches out that wants to work with you. You start learning how to deal with these, how to manage them. I've seen so many people who end up getting lucky. They get really big, and then all their next content just flops because the post that they posted to get big had nothing to do with the audience that they're trying to garner the attention of. So now they have, 10,000, 20,000 followers of people that kind of liked that one video, and now nothing that they post is like that first video. So not only can they not sell to those people, but their next content isn't getting watched, and they don't even know what to do, and they just end up spending all the money. They never are able to harness the potential of their account. So that is, in my head, why so many people are approaching social media. You just see winners all day. You just see people who are doing it. You just see a bunch of people who have won the lottery. More than likely, you're not going to win the lottery. You have to learn, and you have to grow and go through the challenges, and it will also be just so much more valuable. Now, I'm not saying if you have the opportunity to win the lottery, you shouldn't. You should just know what you're going to do with the money and have the skills necessary to continue keeping the wealth that you end up building. That's pretty much social media in a nutshell and kind of how I see it at the time. The difference between, I guess, the lottery and social media is, yes, we see a lottery winner every now and again. It's usually like one person. Whereas, again, social media, it's like all you're doing is scrolling through like lottery winner, lottery winner, lottery winner, this person, sometimes you'll watch content and you're like, this isn't even that good. How'd they get the followers? And hey, they got lucky one time, the algorithm shifted or something went their way. And then you see people who have been grinding, and their content's getting better, and they're getting better at understanding engagement and building the right audience. And then, oh, wow, like they're here to stay and they're here for a long time. And that's another thing, is typically something that's built overnight can be lost overnight, and something that's built over years and years and years is a lot more sturdy. So stop approaching social media like the lottery. Start having intentional things that you're trying to learn so that you can build wealth and just retain it forever. All right. That's all I got for you guys today on this one. If you guys have questions about social media or anything like that, I have a social media community. It's called the Massive Action Takers, and practically what we do in there is just, hey, here's the principles, and everybody in there talks about what they're doing and how it's working, and their best posts, and what they're trying to do, and how they're trying to do it, and the daily habits that they have. So yeah, I love it. I love talking about social analytics and random life stuff too. So that's what you can expect on this page. Anytime I have some sort of thoughts, it doesn't have to be about social media. I'll be posting it here. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe. Only like the video if you actually like the video. And if you do share any of this content, make sure it's with people that actually find it valuable. See you guys.